Tom, can you hear me?
Hey. All right. How you doing?
Turn it up just a little bit.
Turn me up?
Yeah, you sound real far away.
That's bizarre.
All right.
All right. Give me 2 more seconds and we'll see.
Okay.
I'm trying to. Can you hear me now?
A little bit better. Hey, Lennon. Gary says he can. So just say a few words.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, Tom. And I'm on my way home, but this crazy train had me stopped, so I'm late. So I apologize for that. But as you all know, I've been out at my new house today, which is very exciting. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's going to be unbelievable. And it just shows you that a dream can turn into a goal that can turn into a result if you refuse to be stopped. And I'm going to tell you that network marketing is monstrously hard work, and that most people don't make it in multi-level marketing, and that you might make it, you might not. But I'm going to tell you what isn't like that. Whether it's making the football team, whether it's being an actor or an actress, whatever it is, what isn't hard work and what isn't incredibly long odds. So network marketing is no difference except the cost of entry. The cost of entry with us, somebody's making a lot of noise, Marianne. The cost of entry, Gary Brooks, it's probably you. The cost to entry is a pittance compared to most things, including a college education, including a franchise business, including the training to go to work even at a Starbucks. Whatever it is, the cost to entry is high. Today, in longevity, I am telling you, it's not anywhere near that. Today, I did a conference call. You guys know this, with Iran. Iran, Marianne, can you highlight me so because anybody making noise? Marianne, why don't you have...
I'm going to mute everybody and then bring you back in, okay?
Why don't you have James help you?
Okay.
All right, how are we doing? How are we doing? Am I still muted? Am I still muted?
You're not muted, and we can hear you, and you're pinned.
Oh, I sound beautiful. Thank you very much, Marianne. Okay, so here's the deal. I was talking about how worth it this business is.
Tom? Is he frozen for you
To the
guys?
new house.
Oh, there. You were frozen. Just
how am I now?
Frozen.
All right. So am I back in business? Okay. So now I'm home. So anyway, I'm trying to tell you that this business is hard, but it's worth it. And I told you, I think I gave you all the disclaimer about how you are going to work this business all your life. I mean, maybe forever and not make it. But at the end of the day, I am not an overnight success. Denise isn't either. It has taken us 20 years to get where we are. But you know what? I want to think about everybody else that I know that's got something they've been doing for 20 years. And I want to know if their life looks like ours after 20 years. That's what you want to think of. And I was on the phone today early after the Hair on Fire call with Louis Arriaza, and he was on fire. And I said, why? He said, this new promotion. I said, what new promotion? And he said, the Circle of Honor promotion. And I go, what circle? What are you talking about? And he said, have you really read that thing? He said that everybody that re-ranks between 2 times in a row between here and the convention is going to be recognized
with whatever it is that their rank signifies, whether you're a 1-star, a 2-star, a 3-star, a 4-star, or a 5-star, or an ambassador, or a diamond ambassador, or any one of those things. And all you need to do is, it's a special deal between here and there where you re-rank, and you're going to be able to go into that store and get whatever it is that you want to recognize yourself at that rank. So if you're a 1-star or a 2-star, like a vice presidential, you get to go in that store and get that. But the cool thing about it is, it's going to show the world that you're in the game. It's going to show the world that you are playing this thing full bore and full speed ahead, which I am in love with, because it is no entitlement here, no living on ribbons you earned in the 4th grade here. Everybody walking across that stage hopped back on their horse and started riding. And I want to tell you, I think that is fantastic. So every one of you have a chance to make that circle of honor. And the only thing you need to do is get rolling right now. So tonight, it's the end of January tonight. You might be close to ranking at your rank or above. Go ahead and go that extra mile and get there. And then go to that next month, and you've got February, and really step on the gas pedal toward ranking up and getting there and staying in there for 2 months in a row. So this is your chance to really, really, really step up your game and start right now. And I am telling you what, those Spartans are fired up about this at a level you can't believe. And I want you to be fired up at this at a level you can't believe. Now, I want to talk next about and Marianne, I can't believe I'm here and I'm rolling. I told Marianne she was going to have to do this whole call, and she's probably prepared like crazy, and here I am grabbing the microphone. So I think I'm going to stay with it for a few more minutes. I've been out there with inspectors and appraisers and architects all day long trying to get that whatever, that house that really needs a lot of work, habitable in a hurry. So I want you to know that. So what I want you to do is look at that link for Circle of Honor. So thanks a lot, Gary Brooks. I'm going to roll with it. So and this is really cool. My phone's actually very efficient. It's showing me who's leaving the room, who's joining the room, who's commenting and paying attention. So I'm actually liking doing this on my cell phone. But here, so stay with me here. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the verticals of longevity. And I just told Matt Topka, the guy that makes the visuals for us, I said, you know what? I don't exactly look like Sanjeev Javia, Scott Fardulis, or Louis Arriaza. I mean, when I take my shirt off down there in the Dominican Republic, I was going to try to say that word of the city, but I can't say it. When I get down there, here's the deal. I'm going to take my shirt off and people are going to scream, but it's not going to be with joy. So here's what I know about that. I don't have to look like the nutrition pyramid for me to get passionate about something. Even though I'm passionate about my vitamins and minerals, here's what I'm going to tell you. He's going to make me one that's going to say, guess what? Starbucks. You don't like Starbucks because you got some political twist and you're boycotting Starbucks? Great. Why don't you build your own coffee brand called you inside of Javolution Coffee? So here's what I'm going to tell you. I love my vertical right now that I'm crazy passionate about called the coffee vertical. Now, I just saw George Maitland said, my vertical is the services. I love David Allen Capital, and who I am is David Allen Capital. Some of you, your vertical is Nature's Pearl. Marianne Nihas's vertical is the I-26. You need to choose your vertical and get absolutely crazy about it. And then you need to let your people choose their vertical and get crazy about it. And instead of you foisting your agenda on other people, foist your agenda upon their agenda and let them find their best them in longevity and how to exploit and monetize that, where what's coming out of their mouth is absolute passion, mission, and vision. That's what you want to be. Leadership is passion, like Dr. Wallach, the vision, like Dr. Wallach, and mission, like Dr. Wallach. It's the same thing for Steve Wallach. It's the same thing for Michelle Wallach. It's the same thing for Louis Arriaza. You talk to Louis Arriaza, it is all 90 for life, true to life, and building leadership. That's his passion. That's his vision. That's his mission. You talk to Marianne Niehaus, it's going to be I-26. It's going to be leadership. It's going to be enrollment. That's her passion, vision, and mission. So what's yours? When you meet somebody and you say to them, I am on fire, what is it that you are on fire about? For Tom Chenault, it's the human being across the table. I don't care what product inside of longevity you choose. It can be money, it can be time, it can be health, it can be services. I don't care what it is. But what I care is that you're passionate about it and that you deliver it to the people with integrity without hype, with integrity without product claims, with integrity without income claims. You've got to be so real, and don't be afraid to tell people about your struggle, about how hard this is. Because if you try to make it look too easy and then they find out how hard it is, they're going to be mad at you. They're going to be mad at multi-level marketing, and they're going to be mad at longevity. You don't want that. You want it to be powerful. You want it to be doable, and you want people to understand that you are the mentor they've been living their life without. And I want to talk about that a little bit more. When I was just in an AA meeting this morning, 3 brand new newcomers, all 3 of them without any idea of how to stay sober other than come to that meeting. And they're going to come to that meeting for the next 29 days. And they're going to hang on to everybody there for dear life. And at the end of 30 days, they're going to have a little handle on what sobriety looks like, and then it's going to go forward. Think about the first 30 days of the people that you're bringing into your business with you. They're just as scared. Hi, David Vargas. They're just as petrified as you are. They are worried about how they're going to do this. They're wondering if the products are going to work. They're wondering if longevity is going to pay on time. They're going to wonder if longevity is going to ship on time. And the only real thing that they have to rely on is the person that brought them in, and that is you. And you've got a massive responsibility to them because you've got to tell them the truth, and you've got to hold their hand for that first 30 days. That first 48 hours is absolutely critical. You've got to get them started. Then you've got to move them along. And how do you do that? You go to megaceoschool.com. Scott Fardulis has got a website for that. Corey Gold's got a website for that. Mike Bettistelli has a website for that. Keith Halls has a website for that. Everybody's got a site for you to do literally the same thing, and that is bring your people in, keep your people in, and move them along. That's the magic of network marketing. Bring your people in, keep your people in, and move them along. If you get that, you get this business. It's that simple. And I am telling you, you do that over and over and over again. You interview 2, you 3-way 1 for you and your upline, Marianne Niehaus, 3-way 1 with people. She just brought in a guy named Brian Weeks. She just absolutely does this every day, every day, every day. That's what I want all of you to do. George Maitland, you are a minister. You've got a gift from God. People will follow you anywhere. Your job is to make the mission, just exactly like you do with Jesus, take the focus off of George, the messenger, to the message, which is Jesus, and go from there. Hello, Sharon. That's all you do. That's all you do. And love like crazy, then love more. And don't try to make product users distributors when they want to be a product user. Don't try to make a distributor a huge business builder till they tell you they want to do it. And on the flip side of the coin, don't be slowing down a business builder with a bunch of technicalities that they don't want to hear about till they're ready. A guy like me is going to tee that ball up. I'm going to walk out with the biggest driver that I can swing. I'm not even going to look at the ball. I'm just going to swing that son of a gun club as hard as I can and hit it as far as I can. If I hit it, I might whiff because I took my eye off the ball. That's my swing. I might accidentally hit it, and it's going to go everywhere but the middle of the fairway. And then I'm going to go find that ball, and I'm going to hit it again, and it's going to bounce off a tree. And I'm going to hit it again, and it's going to bounce into the swamp. And I'm going to go take a drop, and I'm going to hit it again, and finally it's going to end up on the green. I'm going to 5-putt, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to go, holy mackerel. I just got an 8 on that hole. I think I'm going to go to the next tee. I'm going to get some advice, and I'm going to figure out how to get a 7. Hello, Noah. I'm going to figure out how to get a 6. I'm going to try to figure out how to get a 5. I'm going to figure out how to get a par. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get a birdie. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to learn, and I'm going to learn, and I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn by hitting it in the weeds how to hit it down the middle. That's all this boils down to. And that's what longevity is. That's what network marketing is improving your skills with practice. Now, lots of you, I just heard we have yet another conference call that started today. I heard Lanny talk about it this morning. So now we have a total, I just counted, 8,457 conference calls a week. And we've got people that say, guess what, Tom? I am working my ass off. I was on 8,467,351 calls this week. I am really, really working. No, you're not. You're on conference calls. And conference calls absolutely do nothing except fill your brain with knowledge. If you're not taking that brain with knowledge and going out and teaching that knowledge, you're not working. That's net learning, not networking. You can only do so much. So please, I don't care how many of those calls you're on. You might be as smart as Peter Glidden. You might be as smart as Dr. Wallach or Ben Fuchs or Sanjeev Javia or Joanne Conaway or Leanne King or Marianne Niehaus. But it is not going to do you a bit of good until you go out there and teach other people what you learned. And trust me, all that knowledge that you're putting in your head, they don't believe. I mean, whenever I tell anybody anything factual, I can just see them jotting down the notes. So they can, as soon as I get done talking, they go home and they Google everything I just said to see if I told them the truth. Your job is leadership. Your job is to be the next Dr. Louis Arriaza. Your job is to be the next Scott Bardulis. Your job is to be the next Corey Gold. And you know what? When I talk to Corey Gold, or if I talk to Peter Glidden, or if I talk to Joanne Conaway, or if I talk to Ben Fuchs, or if I talk to Sanjeev Javia, they will tell you the biggest thing going against them is product knowledge. They know too much. They know way too much. And so people come to them for all this information, which slows them down in building their business. So the advantage that you are desperately trying to get by all this product knowledge, those people are trying to unlearn so they can become pure network marketing tour guides and talent scouts like you. That's who you want to be, as a tour guide and a talent scout, where you are looking people in the eye, figuring out where they want to go, and then you getting them there from here. If they want to be a product user, you send them to the tools that show them the products that they want to buy. If they want to be a business builder, you say, guess what? We've got the system for you. We've got the leadership for you, and you get to be that person. You get to be passionate. You get to show that you've got a mission, and you get to show them that you've got a vision where they're going to follow you somewhere. Because I am telling you what, nothing's worse in this business than going broke enthusiastically and taking people with you. And I promise you, in 2 seconds, when people talk to you, they're going to ascertain whether or not you're going someplace or not. And that's why I love this circle of honor conversation, because all of a sudden you've got a destination right now for everybody to go to. You've got a destination called their top rank that they've ever hit in longevity. And all of a sudden you say to those people, I want you in Salt Lake to be able to participate in this circle of honor with people clapping for you, with people cheering for you, with people actually jumping and down for you, because they are waiting for you to hit your stride and hit what you hit one time a lot more times. And every one of you can do that. I know you can do it. I know you've got it in you. I know that you want to. And all you need to do is know that I'm here to help you with that. The Wallachs are here to help you with that. Your upline ambassador, your upline 5-star, your upline 4-star, your upline 3-star, your upline 2-star, your upline 1-star. Wherever you are, I promise you, there is somebody a rank above you trying to help you. But the name of the game as you do this is you need to bring people with you. So if I don't care where you are in longevity, I want you to, number one, acknowledge how great you are. And then number two, I want you to go into your business and I want you to recognize everybody at the lowest common denominator, whoever it is. The lowest common denominator. So what does that mean? That person that is just coming in as a customer, celebrate them and make sure you honor them. Then you go up one more level and they just all of a sudden they're becoming a distributor where they're going to distribute product. And Marianne, show me, if you don't mind, Marianne, just show me these ranks so I'm not calling them distributors and all this jazz. I am going to tell you, I want to use the right lingo, and I want you to start, and I want everybody to start using the right lingo on these ranks. So as I see it, it's going to start reinforcing to me what that is. So I know the 1-stars, but you've got to, as 1-stars, Louis Arriaza and Scott Fardulis and Corey Gold, as senior vice chairman, I promise you, it is very difficult for us to recognize those brand new ranks coming in. We would never have the time, but all of you can. I mean, the minute you bring somebody into this business, you celebrate them like they won the Boston Marathon, like they are the Pittsburgh Steelers and they are Mike Tomlin, like they are Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. I don't care who it is, but you want to bring it like crazy. You look at what Noah Sigmund does up there in Wisconsin, where he's got people absolutely jumping up and down, recognizing each other for right movements. And what you do is you reward good behavior. And what I love about the circle of excellence is this. The circle of excellence gives you the ability to recognize right behavior. So a junior person is now called an associate. An IMD is now called a brand associate. That's what we're doing here. We're recognizing those people. What we're trying to do is saying, okay, so here comes what used to be a regional marketing director. That's now called a sales associate. So I'm going to learn this. I'm 100. And if I can learn this as an EMD, now you're called a senior associate, and then you go into the 1-stars, the 2-stars, the 3-stars, the 4-stars, and the 5-stars. But I am telling you one thing right now. You want to get to your recognized highest rank to hit the circle of honor. And then you want to get yourself to the rank above and do that 2 months in a row. So you're up one and you're going to start seeing those clapping coming from everywhere. And the next thing you know, it's on. It is on at a level that you've never seen before, because not only are you a rising tide floats all ships. So you've got to be that rising tide. You've got to float every ship in your organization just like this, where everybody's rising, everybody's winning, everybody's cheering, everybody's believing, everybody knows nothing's impossible. All we need to do is lock our arms together to the top, and we all get to the top together. Can you imagine that? That's all Dr. Wallach's ever preached forever. And all you want to do is have your goals and your dreams set high and you want to get with people that are setting the same dreams to go higher and higher and higher, because I want you to think of how many people you're helping with that right behavior here on Michelle G. Wallach's birthday. Think about that. What better gift could you give Michelle Wallach than every one of you making the commitment on Facebook to her that you are going to be in Dallas, Texas at the 20th anniversary in the Circle of Honor? If she started seeing that commitment from every one of you, it would have tears in her eyes, and she would be saying, it's the most beautiful day ever. But it's an inside job. And your upline, the last I heard, you don't get paid on your upline. The last I heard, you get paid on your organization. So don't give me any story about you not being successful because Tom Chenault sucks as your upline mentor. I do suck. I'm 100. But I guarantee you it doesn't matter at all. Because I guarantee you one thing right now, every one of you have it in you to be your greatest you, and there is no way on earth that you have to fail at this business. James, you just said volume. Does that mean volume, or does that mean my volume's too low? So whatever you're trying to message me there, I didn't understand what you need me to do. Here's what you guys can do. And I talked about net learn. Stop the net learning. You got enough knowledge. Now you want to be networking that net learning that you learned on all these conference calls. That's it. That's that simple. Plug in to people that you want to be like when you grow up. People that are getting to where you want to go. Because I am going to tell you, if you look, Dr. Lewis is on here. Somebody just told me Dr. Lewis, the great Dr. Lewis, is actually on here. Unmute him. Put the camera on him. Pin him. Do not let him out of here. He's never been on this call before. Celebrate this guy. He is absolutely taking this thing to the moon. To think that he lowered himself to come and talk to, look at him in that palatial office. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. And he shined his head. It's unbelievable. Look at that, Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. Hello, Dr. Lewis Arriaza.
Hello, okay. This is so cool. This is the first time that I've ever been on this. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you perfectly. You are real time.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is fabulous. I know I'm very late with all the technology, but this is great. And no, Tom, you do not suck. You are the best upline for someone at your level. That you definitely don't need to do this for someone at your level to be reaching down so far into the hearts and lives of so many people that may not know what they're doing, so many people that want to do something, do it better. And for you to do that, that's extraordinary. I mean, there's a lot of people at your level in other companies that the last thing that they're doing is spending time on these type of calls. So thank you. And I personally, I try to get on your Hair on Fire calls, and I'm a big fan because you give me nuggets. I mean, this morning you gave me a nugget between the difference between network and net learn, and that's what I taught for an hour and a half. So I am constantly learning from you. So thank you. I appreciate that very, very much.
And what these people don't know is you and I talk so much on the phone every day. It would blow their mind. And it's because I learn so much from you. And I told my wife today, she's going to that thing with the 25 most powerful women in network marketing. This morning, she sent Marina and Eric Warre a note about, to rub the Spartan, about your wife's skills. And she told Michelle Wallach that there is an unbelievable resource out there in the world of network marketing named Avelia Arriaza, who deserves to be on the main stage because they're that good. And I've told Eric Worre that 100 times about you. We have got Michael Jordan in the 4th grade. That's you. I am telling you something. And the leadership that we've got inside of longevity and the rising leadership, and I was talking a minute ago about raising everybody, whether it's George Maitland, whether it's Noah Sigmund, whether it's Maria Roybal or Levi. I don't care who it is. Our job as leaders is to raise people, not push them down to make ourselves look better, but to raise people to limits that they never thought possible. Right, Doctor?
You know, you said this in many times. Tony Robbins has said this. Earl Nightingale said this. Too many of us, we overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in 10. And after really honing in and really sinking my teeth into the circle of honor and what that means and what that can mean to our company, what that can mean to our downline and to us personally, I mean, it's really removed the law of the lid. Like John C. Maxwell says, it's removed the law of the lid, and it's invigorated. Last night, you know, we had this conference call with Steve and Michelle, and I know it's past their bedtime because they go to bed early, and we had over 100 senior vice chairs, and just the thought that they are allowing us to really embark on this journey of circle of honor, greater than a 5-star, greater. I mean, this is really an elite opportunity. And Steve Wallach, I mean, he is so incredibly generous, and he is so connected to the field that he has, for the next 5 months, lowered the qualifications to only 2 months in a row or 3 out of 6 months. You know, Tommy, this is what I tell everyone, and I don't know if it's appropriate on this call or not, but I tell everyone that if you don't find success in longevity, I don't think you can find it in any other network marketing company, because there's no other network marketing company that offers you this type of playing field. There's no other network marketing that gives you this type of platform that allows you to have your own voice, that supports and really backs you up. If it makes sense, they really back you up. That they're so. I heard a story from this man today. And he said that he came into the company, and when he came into the company, he liked one product. I'm not going to say what product it was. He liked one product, but he thought that there was better products. So he called Steve Wallach, not knowing what Steve Wallach's reaction was going to be. And what Steve Wallach did was he said, okay, well, we have other types of the same product. So what Steve Wallach did was he took 6 other type of the same product, mailed it to him, on Longevity's dime, and then Steve said, well, why don't you check these out and you tell me which one you like of these. And it was the same type of product by different vendors, different manufacturers. And this guy was just floored, because he's like, no CEO would ever do that. Most CEOs would be offended, they would take it personally, but Steve Wallach is so connected, he's so grounded. Michelle, Dave Brisky, I mean, I don't know. I just think that we are in a perfect place at a perfect time. And I know with our organization, with your leadership, with Dr. Corey's leadership, we're not going to blow this. We're not going to let this slip through our hands and look back 10, 15 years and say, gosh, if we should have, we could have. No. You know, my mentor, one thing that he told me when I was 24 years old, he said, I'd rather be a has-been than a never was, because a never was, and a has-been. I don't want to be a never was. The opportunity is too great right now. I don't want to be a never was. I would die a very quiet death if I would be a never was. So you're not a never was. You know, you're making it happen, and you're making it happen for us. You know, the things that you're doing and the growth that you have and the income that you have and the leadership that you're expressing, that is what we should emulate. And if we're going to copy somebody, because one of the first rules of success is be a copycat. If we're going to copy somebody, copy you. And I say that sincerely, copy you, because you have what most people are looking for. And that is that passionate, you have that peace of mind, and you're that Spartan, you're that warrior that wakes up every day. And regardless of the battle, regardless of the enemy that's in front of us, you're going to go on and destroy it. And I appreciate that.
And you and I fight this every day. And one thing we never try, I never try, and I don't think you do, we never try to make this look easy. We try to make this look worth it. Mm-hmm. That's the key, you guys. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. It's just worth it. Right, Doctor?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's a message that I learned from you, and I've learned from people that have been in this industry many, many years. On Monday, when we do our basic training, the first thing I tell people is don't let this be a 1 month, 6 month, 1 year plan. Think of 3, 4, 5 years down the line. We start putting those seeds in their thought process from the very, very, very beginning, just like Amway does, just like Herbalife does. If you've tried to recruit a person from Amway and Herbalife, they can be losing money hand over fist every month, but they are going nowhere because of the culture that has been embedded from day one. And we do that, Tommy. We really tell people, hey, you know what? This is not going to be easy, but man, it sure isn't easy waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, working 12, 14, 16 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week for the last 15 years and still barely making it. At least there's an end to our game. To the other game, there is no end. You just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over until you die. Here, there's an end. You play it correctly. In 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you can be in a place, I'm not saying you're going to be wealthy, but you can be in a place where you can take care of yourself with dignity and with respect, and you can live a nice life, you see? So, no, it's not easy, but it's definitely worth it.
And the name of the game is play it every time that you think you're playing it full out, play it bigger.
Yep.
There is no doubt. You want to be a Chris Sanchez. You want to play it bigger than you've ever played it in your life. You've got so much more in the tank than you are letting people know you've got.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it. Stop this game of playing it small, because every one of us can play it bigger. And it's that simple. George Maitland, you've got more in the tank than this. Every one of us do. So it's and somebody just said, looking in the mirror, back at yourself with appreciation and respect for a job well done that day is everything. Don't you agree, Dr. Lewis?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm here. Let me get back to you.
What are
yes,
you doing?
I agree. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time that I've been on this, but yeah, you know, it's waking up every single day. And this is the philosophy that we have as Spartans. We go to bed wealthy and we wake up poor. We never forget where we came from. We never forget that the first day that I signed the contract, I don't forget, you know, and I'm not telling you this right now, but you know, I don't forget driving to Longevity on a Thursday afternoon in my mother-in-law's Volvo with Avelia, not having two pennies rub together and cutting this deal with Steve Wallach and Longevity with a handshake, being in that room before they redid it and hoping and praying this was the right thing, coming back home just on the whole drive. Avelia and I maybe said just a few words because we were in a state of shock of what was happening in our lives, but we knew that if there was an opportunity to get out of the situation that we were in, it was going to be through multi-level marketing. And of course, 5 years ago, we were hoping and praying that this company was what they said it was, and this company has been more than what they've said it is. I mean, it has offered us our not spiritually and not relationship-wise, but it's offered us our life back in every other way. And so, because of that, you know, we you know, to he who much is given, much more is required. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to wake up every single morning earlier than we should. It is our responsibility to grind it out. It is our responsibility to experience humiliation and embarrassment and frustration. It is an honor. It is an honor to be rejected. It is an honor for people to laugh at us. It is an honor to be opposed by people that we know. It is an honor for people to try to humiliate us, because that means we're doing something right. That means we're not just part of the wandering generality. We're not part of the status quo. We're saying, no, there's a better way, and that better way is called longevity. That better way is becoming an entrepreneur. That better way is taking control of your life. And if it means that we're going to have to put in a little bit more time for the next 2, 3, 4 years, then so be it. But after 4 years, our life, 4, 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be, our life will be different, 100% guaranteed. It doesn't mean you're going to be wealthy, but it will be better. It'll be a lot better than the plan that most people have right now.
Isn't that amazing, everybody? That what you hear is the same message from 6 different guys saying the same thing, maybe a little bit different, but that's what you want to do. You want to understand that this is your time to grab the brass ring and be bigger than you've ever been. And that's what I want for each and every one of you, to never sell yourself out and to not think that there's anything you can't accomplish. when did it end? I mean, you know, I'll never forget I wanted to be Johnny Unitas. You guys have never even heard of Johnny Unitas from the Baltimore Colts. And he had a guy named Raymond Berry, who is his wide receiver. Both of those guys are probably about 200 years old now. But they were my idols. And all I wanted to be was those guys or Mickey Mantle, and you know, in baseball. And they're old guys. And that's who I was as a little kid. That's who I dreamt of being. That's who I played baseball and football every day to be. And today, I'm a different guy. But nothing's changed. I realize I can be bigger and better than I am right now. And if I don't let up, I've got a chance. And in my life, I've done a lot of things bad. This thing didn't turn around until I was 37 years old. Much too old for Major League Baseball, much too old for the NFL, but not too old for multi-level marketing. And that's what I'm going to tell each and every one of you. There is no expiration date on you here. You have got gas in the tank no matter how old you are. Sherman Oliver building this thing, age 73 years old. Jimmy Smith from Isogenics didn't get restarted in the business until he was over 70. I am telling you, there is still gas in the tank. And all you need to do is recognize that by looking in that mirror and realizing that you are cause in the rest of your life. And all you need to do is say, guess what? Nobody reads yesterday's newspapers. Nobody cares. Brenda, guess what? 62 years old. You just said your age. Guess what? You've got plenty of time to be bigger than big and bolder than bold, as long as you don't listen to those people telling you that you're too old, you're too tired, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. And if you'll notice, Lewis and I are making no health claims. We're making no income claims. We haven't told you anything except you need to be your best you by going back to work and putting the rubber to the road. And if you do that, you are off to the races, right, Dr. Arriaza?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No. No, I'm trying to write and watch this at the same time. No, you know, there is no expiration date. I love that. There is no expiration date. You know, the best date to start is now. The best day to start is right now, you know, and we sometimes play these head games with ourselves, right? And we think, oh, I'm too old, or, you know, it's been my third opportunity. No one cares about that. No one, you're going to go out and talk to someone at the supermarket. You're going to go and talk to someone at Starbucks. They're not going to ask you how many times you've been in network marketing. They're not going to ask you how many times you failed. They're not going to ask you who rejected you yesterday. They don't care about that. People have their own drama and their own problems. And if you can bring value to their lives, the people that make the most money, the people that are most significant in the world are the people that bring value to humanity. And what better value can we bring than the value of health, the value of prosperity, the value of liberty, the value of leadership? I mean, what else would you want to bring to somebody? I mean, you can reconcile families. You can pull kids out of the drudgery of depression. I mean, you can do this through longevity. So no, I mean, the best time to be in longevity is right now, January 30th, 2017. That is the best time. And now with this Circle of Honor movement, holy smokes, watch out, because it has been, we have awoken the giant within. That's what we have done. We have the bigness of the fellow within, and that giant is up and that giant is roaring. So Tommy, I'm excited, man.
And I know you are. And I know that there is no stopping you, like there is no stopping us. You and I
Yes.
have no idea what camera I'm on now, because what I'm trying to do is I stuck another camera up here so I could see where I was, and I'm completely lost now. So I'm not as technologically cool as I thought I was. So doesn't my hair look nice? I've been out at this new house all day long, which is, you guys, it's a dream come true for me. Most of you would say this place is a death trap. You would be going. I just got the inspection report from the guy, and do you know what he said? Do you have a stick of dynamite? So it was hilarious. But you know what? It's my death trap. You know, it's what Denise and I want to do. We want to rebuild this house like we rebuilt our life. And we want to make it spectacular for ourselves and our grandkids. And we know we can do it. And so you all have your dreams that are going to be different than the dreams of Denise and I, but they're going to be your dreams. And don't let anybody steal your dreams. You might not want that house that I'm living in. You might not want the life that I'm living. But what's so beautiful about this is it's not my agenda that's going to drive you out of bed every morning. It is going to be your agenda. It's going to be what you want. And what my job is, what Dr. Lewis's job is, what Chris Sanchez's job is, what Noah Sigmund's job is, what George Maitland's job is to bring that greatness out of everybody and lift everybody up to whatever level they want to go to. Amen. You have no right to take away anybody else's dreams. Yep. You have every right to lift people up. We're watching a situation politically out there where they are tearing people down, saying bad things about them, firing people, absolutely wrecking lives. And you know what? That isn't who I want to be when I grow up. I want to be the guy that's lifting people up like this versus taking people down like that. That's that simple. And that's how we do it. So you guys can do that. Every one of you can do that. And you start with the people, you start with yourself, and then you bring people to the game and you lift them up. And at the end of the day, that's all it takes. And yeah, you want to be, I'm telling you, don't grow up. You know how everybody's telling you to grow up? I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you to grow down. That's what I'm telling you. Don't grow up, grow down. And have fun doing this. And be a crazy man. And stop worrying about whether your hair is right, or whether your glasses are crooked, or whether you got a booger. I don't care about any of that because people care about your heart. That's that simple. And the ones that don't care about your heart, you don't need them in your life because they're just trying to pick your pocket. So we got to go because we have an opportunity meeting, and I look like I went through the robo-wash with the window open. So I got to go get spruced up because I don't have a blue baseball cap like Chris Sanchez. So I'm going to tell you something. I love you guys with all of my heart, and I know you've got more in the tank. So get yourself to that circle of honor right now. Raise them all up. Take them with you. And at the end of the day, you're going to love yourself. You're going to love your fellow man, and it's going to work great. Be sure on Facebook to thank Louis Arriaza for being on here. And we're going to put this recording up because I think it's quite good because Louis was, I wasn't talking the whole time, which is even better. And you're going to be able to share this with some people. So we recorded it. We'll post it. And we do this every week. Wait, when's next week? That's when we're in Boca Raton or whatever it's called down there. I'm going to think about that. So we'll announce one way or another whether or not we're going to do it because it's going to be, I have no idea what it's going to be. It's either going to be later or it's going to be earlier. So we don't know. I'm a mess. I love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye. Love you.